we are back for another interesting session. And I just want to start off the session by saying, congratulations, Dapper Dans, you didn't kill a soul. Don't do it just because I said congratulations. Please don't.
Trust
No,
me.
just young.
You're kind of setting them up for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't tempt them, please.
It's okay.
Is that a challenge?
Sure. Why not? You're the one who wants to get paid, I mean. But on the last session, as I tease and tempt the players and characters, the players had just finished clearing out a abandoned building where there were many people, particularly those of a small, monstrous origin. The head boss was an Al Capone-like goblin who did teleport away with his trusted lackey as the players finally emerged and saw him. As he kind of took several drags from his cigar, he just smiled at Ceres before he and his compatriot vanished into nothingness. I believe, Ceres, one of the things that we had done immediately after was you did want to attempt to do an Arcana check. You didn't roll very well on that, correct me?
That is correct.
So you were unable to determine what type of spell was used, but you do know that they did just vanish. And that's where we're going to start the session.
Okay.
So, now that you are out of combat, there is nothing around. You have everybody rendered unconscious. What would you all be doing?
Ceres walks back to the group along the ceiling, looking a little dejected.
Gearfried stops focusing on that spell the moment combat ends, so
So, you start walking as the concentration ends, and you just kind of collapse. Go ahead and give me a quick acrobatics check, please.
Yeah, so I was hoping this would be the ass.
Let's see how lithe you're going to be.
I'd like to use inspiration.
You certainly can.
There we go.
There you go. Much nicer. You land silently and very in a lithe manner as you recompose yourself after that sudden drop. You hear a wailing, I would think it would be wailing at this point, Gearfried calling out to Cogfried, who had been broken in the combat situation.
not so much a wail as a urgent fuck, I need to fix you.
Okay, so wail, panicked cry. It's okay.
Zarya is hog-tying all of the unconscious people.
Alrighty, go ahead and give me a dexterity-based check.
Easy. No problem. Say less.
See what you got.
Okay.
They're unconscious. It's
Now-
easy enough. The DC for that was actually 9.
There you go.
So you are able to hog tie up, and this would be over the course of a series of minutes where you would be able to hog tie each of these individuals. They're also small creatures, so it's not too hard. Do you have enough work to do it for everybody within the party?
I'll
Because
probably
you
get
do have a
the
bunch of them.
rest. Like the rest from the group. Tie some of the small ones together, maybe?
Yeah, that works. So you bound like 3 of these small ones together in one bundle, and you tie up another 2 in another.
I also make sure to get the ones that were unconscious downstairs. bring them all upstairs so we can interrogate them or something. I don't know.
So as Zarya's tying up the situation, what would the rest of you be doing?
Cyrus is at a loss. This place looks like a tenement. These people don't look like they have money. The only person that was worth robbing disappeared. So she's bored now.
Alright, what did everyone see while they would... Actually, better question. What happened?
They...
Varys fucked up.
I stare at her, Zarya, for a moment. It's like, that seems a gross oversimplification of a very elaborate reconnaissance.
You broke in when we shouldn't have.
We were...
Against my warnings, not to. You fucked up.
Okay.
You were less attractive when you're accusatory.
I don't need arguments right now, I need statements.
That was a statement.
Cyrus,
Yes,
your perspective, please.
we were doing recon, and we opened the door. I tried to I will point out, I tried to negotiate when I could have stabbed. I tried to negotiate several times, in fact. And Zarya can
A
agree
roll
to
of the eyes.
I offered peaceful solutions. I tried to back us out. I was just scouting out the building. That's what I do.
Yami sighs and he's like, for one, Cyrus is right. He didn't go in guns, knives blazing. She actually, I'm gonna kind of like give her like a squint, like she kind of tried. Yeah, I can say for once, me coming into this situation, actually surprised.
As you, me-
I cannot kill people.
Eh? Are you telling me or are you telling you?
I know I cannot kill people. It seems to me that like convincing you is the problem. I have not killed plenty of people.
Well, you know what? I have to back that up because she could have killed me and she didn't.
Exactly. And I
As I
want to
think
kill
about
Yami.
As I reminisce to the point where she had a knife at my throat, I'm like, huh.
Gearfried
But-
walks up holding all the broken parts of Cogfrey, and he chimes in. Yeah, as much as I'd like to rake Cyrus over the coals, she didn't actually kill anyone, which I was fully expecting she would.
I'm gonna give like a little nod to Gifford, like,
Thank you. Thank you.
As an aside, Gearfried... How's Cogfried?
Gonna have to work on him tonight to get him back to full health, but it's gonna be fine. I have all the pieces.
Would you like some help?
I can fix my own servant, thank you.
Just offering, you know, I have an expertise in this.
You stole one of his pieces the last time I constructed him.
and then she also fixed.
Wait,
your
did I
ship
know that?
She also fixed your ship better than you did last time, so you might want her help.
I figured Gearfried would put Cogfried under regular nightly maintenance
He does,
and
yeah.
notice a missing piece eventually.
No, I'm definitely
Well-
letting Giffrey know
Although
that.
not necessarily that Sarah stole it, but
No, I mean, like, when I first made it in front of her, I think she hid one of the pieces. I can't remember
Yeah.
if I called her on it or if she just put it back.
I think I held on to it. I would also like to, while we're arguing, use sleight of hand to try and swipe something from the pile of concrete bits in his arms.
Yeah.
Gearfried, as long as you don't mind, I don't mind.
Yeah, I'll roll. What am I rolling?
I believe it would be a perception against her sleight of hand.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I have that item. Does that increase perception or is that just investigation?
I don't remember. I believe it was.
Let me double check. It is the I have it equipped, don't I? Should.
Yeah, you should also be. It should be attunement too. So it should be.
the finder's goggles?
Yep.
Yes. Attunement.
That's insight.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a wisdom insight check. All right, just perception then. Come on, you were.
So you got a meter beat of 24.
I know it. I said it was like, oh, it's fixed. I was having the issue earlier, and now it's. There we go.
Not
I roll 9.
Doesn't look like it's going to be the 24.
Okay, so she manages to swipe one of Cogfried's pieces.
yeah,
Again.
but she'll just sort of like, oh, you dropped this, and hand it back to him.
Thank you.
Alright. Then, Gifford, your perspective on the events?
Well, things did seem to go out a little bit quicker than would have been preferred. I initially was just going to ask around and figure out what was going on from all the neighbors, but when I came up to the door, I heard things going on, so came in. Zarya had already seemingly incapacitated several of them after we cleared out the first floor. One of them was already on their way up to warn everyone up here, so we gave chase. And I didn't see what went on in that room, but it sounded like some magic was being used.
When you mentioned
Alright.
Zarya's badassery, Sarah's eyes like do a little bit of a sparkle.
Alright. And collectively from the group, how many of them are downstairs?
Zarya's in the process of bringing all of them upstairs.
I believe there are 5 downstairs.
And I didn't notice any of them leaving from up here, so Levin's gonna do a quick head count unless Saris is gonna correct him as to the number of people in the dwelling.
There was, the bodyguard chap was working for a goblin that looked like a smarmy fennec.
So total
They-
Catford plus 2.
Yes, they teleported out. They also didn't want to talk. You know, this is why I don't bother talking. No one wants to.
Alright. Gather them all up, and I guess while I'm writing my report and checking the area, pick one of them to start interviewing.
Okay. Just a second. Actually, I'm
Sorry, it
check.
comes up with like 2 bundles of people in her arms.
I need to look at
I'm
the spell.
slapping awake the first person next.
Wait, Yami, hold on. Probably best to question everyone separately so there's no, knowing glances at other members of this little troop here.
So we should slap
Maybe
2 of
not
them.
one of the.
Yami, group all of them together, take one, separate them from the group, question him. Once you're done, bring him back to the group, forbid the group from talking amongst each other, and choose another one. Repeat this process until you finish with each of them.
Please? Saris will lean down to one of the, passed out, I guess, hedge people? And I am going to cast Charm Person on them, because apparently I can just do that regardless of whether they're conscious or not.
We should probably pick one that I didn't knock out. They might have a concussion.
No, this is fine. I have something in mind. And I will attempt to charm them, and then I will use a healing kit to heal them back up to 1 hit point.
Okay. So using your healing kit, I'm not going to have you roll unless you want to use the medicine check to see what you get, to see how quickly it happens.
Well, I have the healer feat. It just gives them back 1 hit point as a bonus action.
There you go. It's even better. So he regains consciousness.
Yeah, I just pull out some smelling salts and just wake him up. I assume you rolled his saving throw?
Didn't you do non-lethal damage?
Yep.
You wouldn't have to roll a saving throw. for
Charm.
So there are no saving throws to roll yet.
No, I meant for the charm person spell.
That I haven't rolled.
Okay. So yeah,
Uh,
my order of operations was to cast the charm person on him first, so that when he wakes up, he sees a friend.
I'm not sure if it would work in the order that you want it to. You might have to wake him up and then cast.
It doesn't say that consciousness is a requirement for the spell.
Let me just look through the spell real quick.
I posted it to
That's
the.
where I'm looking.
Bet you on a technicality.
I just have to see them.
Okay. So I'm going to say because he's unconscious, he would not be able to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. And then I will wake him up with like my healer's kit, like I said. I was like, hey there. How you doing? You took a bad hit.
Okay. Why am I tied up?
You were thrashing about something fierce. It was I mean, in one level it was a wonder to behold, but in another you were really dangerous. We're all just a little bit nervous.
It's okay. I have my senses. You can untie me.
Sure. Give me a second here. And she's gonna go through the motions of trying to untie him while talking to him. It's like, oh wow, well, they put some really tough knots on you. You must have been pretty aggressive. Like, have you been working out?
Service, would you stop?
No, it's a legitimate question. Also, why are you here? I guess I missed the memo on that. What's going on? Why are so many of you all in this building?
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check at advantage.
Yay.
I'm going to give her a flash of genius.
Is that what you're calling it?
Add +3 to your roll, Saris.
26.
Alrighty. It was just the meeting point. Boss was having a meeting.
You know, like, all the neighborhood thinks this place is haunted. Your comings and goings have attracted a little bit of suspicious attention.
Nah, they already thought it was haunted. We just reinforced it.
Nice, clever. What's up with the boss? He scampered in a right hurry.
Well, of course. Wouldn't you?
I suppose. You know where he probably went?
No clue.
That's fair. What were you meeting here for?
Well, they were supposed to be meeting with another group, but they never showed.
Is that why you were here for so long?
Yeah, they came around yesterday, and the day before, but they didn't come today.
Rough. Oh my god, I don't know. It's like, she like kind of throws up her hands. These knots, I just don't get them. I hate to waste the rope. Give me a second, I'll be right back. And she walks away.
Alrighty.
Levin's gonna look towards the rest of the group and say, fine, can all of you handle this? I have to check around the area.
Finger guns, thumbs up.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna look around like, do you want me to come with you? So you're not alone?
Are you proficient in investigations? Have you
Actually-
done any sort of search activities?
You mean looking for monsters? Yes.
No, not tracking.
And things of... No, not tracking.
Like, have you worked as an investigator?
Well, I'm
Zarya,
pretty sure...
Zarya
Rapid?
technically has proficiency in investigation.
Yeah, I do too.
It's only a +2, but
At most, one of you come with me.
You know, yeah, you know what? Actually, I'm mistaken. I apologize. I do have proficiency in survival, not investigation. So, you know what? Take her with you. I'll keep an eye on these guys.
Do not need keeping an eye on.
No, you're right. You need 2 eyes. Thank you for
Ow.
the correction.
I'm going to cut out your eyes.
And that's why I'm here to supervise both of you.
So I will, yeah. So yeah, I'm only proficient in survival, not investigation. So I will stay with the 2.
Gotcha. So if Ceres tries to kill you, you'll survive. Understood.
Actually,
What's up?
11, if you'd like, I can probably offer some measure of help. I'm not as proficient as you are in investigation, but I can help point some things out.
Yes, let Zarya stay here with us. I sparkle.
Before
I'm gonna like look back and forth between them, like, you know, if they do get into it or into it, you know, I could probably stop it. Go ahead and get free.
I have Flash of Genius. I can help with searches, ability checks.
I have a preference for someone who's worked with investigations before.
Probably get free.
Yes, I've only worked a hamper investigations.
Well, from what
I mean,
I've seen,
insofar as
Gilfrey,
diversity.
you're highly intelligent, but
bounty hunter.
scattered in thought is the easiest way I can put it.
Ooh. Darn 11 disappointed in you, Geoffrey.
Yeah, I'm good at tracking. I don't know about thinking sometimes. Well, thinking properly.
Well,
So-
I was just posing that reverse engineering is something similar to investigation. It's fine if you don't need the help, though.
Should one of you choose to come and follow me to aid me, you can choose to do so. I'm going to go check out that room.
I'm gonna
Sorry,
side eye Cyrus and
instructions.
like, yeah, you know, I'll probably stay here with these guys. You guys get into enough trouble without me.
Don't get into any trouble. Find opportunities.
In the meantime, I guess I'll just search this place for any loot.
All right.
Yeah, I'll
Are
help
you,
Gearfried unless anybody's specifying that they need my direct assistance.
is anybody searching these individuals directly?
Yes.
Alright.
I'm searching everything.
You find no money, but on one of them, you find a sigil of the cult of the Emerald Claw.
Okay, is it like on like a little stone or something, or a paper, or?
It would be more on the lines of like embroidered on.
Okay, like a patch.
Yeah, it's something that seems like it's easy to miss, but ultimately others are able to identify you because of it.
Is that a
So,
well-known
yeah.
symbol?
To you guys, yes.
Yeah, so I'll be helping Gearfried search the bodies, the area, and if anybody find it, if I did find it, I would show Gearfried and be like, hey, look, does this look familiar to you? And you
Now-
said we would notice it, all of us?
Yep. The other thing,
Okay.
and anybody who has the affiliation with the crime families, you would see that another has an item that is a sigil of the Dusk Flesh.
For the
Yeah,
other one.
I'd be strictly showing Gearfried unless somebody can like look over their shoulder and see it. Since we are
Fair
the ones
enough.
looking.
The claws from that group that we faced off with in City, I believe.
Huh, I knew it looked familiar.
Weren't they the ones that tried to capture Mei Li back at the mansion? En route?
Would it
Oh,
be
yes.
the same symbol?
Yes.
Oh,
The Emerald Claw.
yep,
Yes.
okay.
And it was
So-
also the same group that you rescued Seth from.
The cult, right? That I
Yep,
was
the
so
cult of the
adamant
Emerald
on.
Claw.
Oh, I would definitely Yep. All right. Yeah, I would definitely look
You
at this
guys
and be like,
have been running into these individuals since almost the very beginning of the campaign.
These bastards have some reach.
I'm squinting really hard at the patch and like, and I'm gonna side eye Gearfried and Ceres. I'm like, see, I knew we should have killed all those fuckers.
We wouldn't get paid. We need to get paid.
And I'm gonna like turn my head to Ceres and be like, we could have got paid if we killed them all then and there, right? We probably would have got paid more.
The mission was strictly no kill, and we're
Yes.
sort of putting up Levin's reputation as collateral.
Now,
This mission, yes. I'm talking about when we seen all those bastards in that cave.
I thought we did kill them all. Most of
No.
them.
I'm pretty sure we did kill most of them.
We killed most, not all. There's a difference.
Well, the objective was to save the dwarf.
It's true. And then I'm gonna think about the time where Fennec like was collapsed on the floor and everybody like, you know, that whole
Yeah, the same thing.
time.
Okay.
So I'm gonna reminisce and be like, yeah, you're right. There were certain circumstances that prohibited us, but I won't let this happen again.
Well, in the meantime, is there any like cabins and or drawers or anything that have any items or anything like that in them?
Yeah, they've been
Yeah.
here for a couple weeks. They've been nesting.
DM?
Uh-oh.
sorry, repeat that. I was trying to just relay information.
Is there anything in the cabinets or under any chests anywhere nearby, or is this place just kind of like supposed to be empty and barren?
Pretty much empty and bare. The only thing you would be able to find is the equivalent of about 5 days worth of rations.
All right. Well,
He did-
doesn't seem like there's much here.
He did say it was a meeting spot, so I'm pretty sure this is not their main base. This is just a meeting point. So they shouldn't have anything too crazy here. As
Well,
I
hopefully
scratch
the
my
other-
chin.
Hopefully, the others are having better luck than we are.
But I'm gonna look around to the other patched up individuals. Like, but I'm pretty sure if we punch enough of them, there's somebody will tell us where their main base is. And then I'm gonna look at Ceres, and I'm gonna be like, or we could threaten them. Seem pretty good at that.
Perhaps. Saria, I'm curious.
If she
I'm
punches
trying to
him-
decide
she
if she went with him or if
Yeah.
she went with Levin or not.
That's up to you.
Yeah.
I think she
Would you have gone with Levin?
Yeah, I think so. Just to
Nah.
make sure no one goes off by themselves.
Well, then there you go.
If he wouldn't object.
He said we could go if we wanted.
Yeah, he said he did state that anybody who wants to come with him can, but
So,
that's up to you.
speaking of, let's go ahead and move on to Levin. Levin, what were you doing?
I walked into the room that Ceres came out of, and I started looking around. I'm checking the area for levels of foot traffic. If there's ash from that cigar, I'm checking that to see if, there are any parts of that that are still warm. I'm checking the tables and chairs for, the seams and any sort of moving parts for things like hastily written notes or trinkets of some sort.
Alrighty.
I'm basically just trying to get as much information out of the room as possible, but I'm being specific for the area around the furniture.
Gotcha. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Can I provide the help action since I'm here?
Sure.
So, soft 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that, give me a second because I'm just going to type it into the Foundry game channel. So you, because Zarya is with you, just kind of interact as you're explaining kind of what you're doing as you're looking around. I will relay information. But for the most key piece of information, just give me a moment so I can type it out to you.
Sure. Alright. So, two other individuals, one of which seems to be former guard, I assume, but definitely experienced.
Get the two silent characters.
You notice that specifically the room itself has a very pungent odor of the cigar, and you can tell that it's more of a heavier blend of tobacco mixed with something else. What is your character's experience with basically the equivalent of Eberron's marijuana?
I mean, if it's a plant like that, it's an assertive aroma, and living in Sharn, he would have likely interacted with people that just openly smoke it. He himself would not have partaken because it interferes with work, but yeah, probably recognizable. He wouldn't be able to detect like the cultivar, but he would know that that was probably mixed in.
Sorry, I just
Would
read that.
people Zarya worked for have used that stuff?
Go ahead and give me a history check. Unless you feel there's another skill that you can utilize instead.
No, it probably would be history.
Like, my best chance at identifying this would be through, like, a medicine check for, like, the claimed medicinal properties of such use.
13. Because that minus 1
You
to
would
that.
have smelled this on multiple occasions. Specifically this combination, though you can tell that any sort of... you can tell that the tobacco itself is high quality.
Rich tobacco. That
Doctored.
smells familiar. What was the name of it?
Questions for later. But would there be anything else besides the pungent aroma that would have been noticeable in the room?
You would have found a note that is partially destroyed.
Is there anything legible on it?
Yep. Getting that to you in 30 seconds.
This is always the most boring part of an investigation, just reading the room.
That's why I go after mostly live targets.
Oh, I'm still
That's
posting an
paperwork.
abyssal. Sorry. Let me go back to comment with that. Sorry.
That's fine, I would have brought it to somebody to translate if it's not in a language I can understand.
It is. Let me actually repost that because it's supposed to be in the list form. Whatever. That is basically what you find. It's meant to be in a list form. Technology just doesn't want to agree with me today.
That's fine. But I'm assuming, based on how you wrote it out, it's,
Partially destroyed.
like, partially destroyed, smeared, marred.
Yep. There we go.
Bam.
Questions for later. And Levin is going to carefully fold the note and tuck it.
Okay. But that's about the most that you're able to glean from the room. There's nothing really left over for you to find.
Alright. Time to go see what the rest are up to. And coincidentally, Zarya, with this group, we might have concerns with the rest of them engaging in unsavory behaviors. Just so you know. And Levin walks out.
In this group or in the people we're after?
Yes.
Okay. Why the fuck did I join up with these people?
So, jumping back as Levin is entering into the room, what are you all doing?
I'm sort of chatting up my new friend that I charmed. Just like, yeah, no. It's like, and she's just small talk. She's not really like pumping him for information. Just like, yeah, so I did this. I was over here. I've been down in Lower Dora for a bit. Did you remember that one thing? Were you there for that? That sort of thing.
Gotcha. Half the time he looks
Yeah.
at you like you're crazy. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean, think it through. Remember, come on. You were there.
Sure, I don't remember that, but okay.
Basically, power gaslighting this guy.
That's okay. You're not taking away his memory.
No.
So, I mean, if you really want to try to convince him, go ahead and give me a persuasion check at a straight roll.
Alright.
But, yeah.
Levin's gonna have a question as he's walking up to this, but continue.
How about for the rest of you, as she's chatting up this individual?
Gearfried would probably just be monitoring at this point. There's really not much else for him to do. Just making sure that these two don't go homicidal for no reason.
Yeah, Yami, unless any further action is required, I'd probably just be leaning on the wall, arms crossed, one leg up, eyes closed, just listening in. Like, all right, let her do what she does best, unless it gets too far. I'm not letting her disembowel anybody today.
Wow. Luckily, she's engaged in conversation. As soon as
that can change very quick. So
when she sees Zarya enter the room, she like sort of taps on. That's the one I'm talking about. It's her. Zarya, you could probably bench press me, right?
one eye open,
What?
and I'm gonna mutter under my breath. She can probably bench press me too.
Why do you care?
Could we focus, please?
Oh, sorry. Just me and my new friend were catching up.
Fantastic. Besides your boss and his bodyguard, which one of you would you argue is most informed on what was going on here?
You're going to notice no reaction.
Right. And Levin's gonna walk to the window that he entered from, and he's gonna go and pull, reach for his rope.
Okay.
And he's gonna pull a length of it in, and it's gonna probably be just long enough to, be easily visible. But then he's gonna walk over to this guy and grab him by the rope and just start dragging him to the window.
And not him. Use someone else.
Go ahead and give me a strength athletics check. Give
This
me a
is fun.
strength intimidation check. Excuse me.
Can I help by being menacingly looming?
I mean,
Actually,
for-
Zarya, if you're keen on it, with the action of Levin, you could just do it for me. I'm not terribly strong.
Me neither. I have a +1.
I have a -1.
Okay.
He just happens
Yep, I'll
to be
do it for
small
you.
and easy to do this to.
I'll do it.
All right, you are going to
Cyrus
have advantage.
grabs the legs of this person, this little hedge person, is like trying to hold on to. No, not the window. He deserves better than this.
Yummy
Away.
size.
I did not kill him just to throw him out a window.
It sounds like you need a little help.
Oh God, both of you give me a strength check. Let's see.
Okay, so which persons?
Whoever's grabbing onto this individual.
Me.
If nobody asks me, I will not. And I am the strongest person, by the way.
Oh, natural one. I am just letting go as soon as they start fighting one another.
Nobody asked Yami, so I'm just sitting there still
Yep.
unfolded, leg on
Good.
the wall.
Yami, you
Line 'em out.
specifically are watching as this poor small
Yeah.
creature is going back and forth as Zarya and Ceres are kind of pulling at her. Him, whichever one it is. Until eventually Zarya does manage to yank the individual from Ceres. Zarya, what would you like to do?
He was going for hanging him out the window, so I'm gonna hang him out the window.
One eye opens, I'm like, alright, first of all, just remember, we're not supposed to kill anybody, so if you feel like you're not strong enough, let me
Thank
know.
you for stating that publicly and within earshot of this person.
I'm giving him a fingers up, a thumbs
Oh, I
up.
mean, we're not supposed to, doesn't mean we won't. That's the difference.
Rolls the
Hey.
eyes.
DM,
Yep.
are the other hostages awake?
Nope.
Okay, so no one else is seeing this?
Nope.
I believe we only have two
I don't
people
think we
awake.
could. I don't think we could scare
Kobolds.
them.
So,
It's not-
how are you hanging him outside?
I am not hanging him outside. I brought the length of rope in, and I'm getting a read on the distance for the rope, and I'm gonna start cinching it behind his bounds with just enough length for him to, like, if I were to drop him out of the window, that he would fall and then stop about maybe 2 feet from the floor,
Okay.
and then
With
I'm
the-
gonna prop him against the open window.
Sorry, I will for you, but you're basically directing her because
So, somebody give me that strength athletics, that strength intimidation check at advantage. One individual involved in this.
Go ahead, Zarya.
my strength and my charisma, regular charisma, are just a +1. So can I just use that? I mean, intimidation.
Yeah, to make the roll short, go ahead.
You can take a flash of genius for another +3.
Yeah.
I got
So that's what, 22?
22.
So with that, he is very nervous. And you see the eyes watering on this small individual.
It's already bad enough for you. We have you on unlawful entry, squatting, destruction of property. Would you want me to continue listing crimes?
Well, yeah, but the law doesn't say you're able to throw me out a window for it.
And yet I don't see any cops here.
I know, wait until I turn you in.
And he's gonna press stiffly on the shoulder towards the open window.
This individual
All I
is going
asked-
to scream at high pitch at the top of their lungs.
And would you prefer that to be your last words?
It's already being done. Like, they are panicking at this point, and they are screaming. At this point, you would notice, if with a passive perception of 13 or higher, you would be able to see windows and shades kind of being peeked down to see what's going on by nosy neighbors.
Levin's going to, with
Do
the
we
hand
care about
that's...
witnesses.
We do, which is why I'm doing this. Levin's gonna turn that hedge person around and basically, buddy, arm across the shoulder, and both at the window, and he's gonna yell out the window just as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a performance check. Oh god, I love it. I'm gonna give an inspiration for that one.
Well, I'm
I'll
gonna
do the
burn an
favor of
inspiration on this
stepping
one.
Out
Okay, so
of
I'm not
you
even
or the
gonna
window.
add it. Just go ahead and roll it.
Even
Oh,
worse.
Oh,
oh,
nice! We have another one if you want to use it. If you want to double down.
Nope.
Oh,
can't.
that hurt.
All right, it's after the fact. Oof.
and
But-
so this.
Oh,
That's not
this
the point.
What would you like to do?
At this point, Levin's gonna, already seen by other people, already basically shouting out. Fantastic. Now other people are going to inform the authorities and bring them here. So you are now on a clock.
In addition to this, while Levin is threatening him, Gearfried is going to take off his boots, or one of his boots, and prop his leg up to show the underside of his foot, and he's going to chime in. I do what he says. The difference between him and me is that I got caught. He doesn't. As I have the recognizable I've dismembered somebody mark on my foot.
You noticed a damp spot appearing in his pants.
oh God.
So,
Ew.
back to my first question. Besides your boss, besides his bodyguard, who here would have any idea of what was going on?
We weren't told anything. We're just here as maintenance to make sure that if important people come here to meet, they're taken care of.
And how were you going to know they were important?
They came in.
No methods of differentiating between someone important and a common thug?
You notice
Anybody can change their clothing and look nice.
you notice he's about to say something, but it's as if he's forced tongue-tied.
Fantastic.
Can I have my friend back now?
Levin's gonna undo the rope
I'm gonna say it's safe to
that
say
is
that
tethering him to the window opening.
Yep. It's also safe to say that the charmed effect should
Less
be
an
gone.
hour.
I don't know.
If you
Guess he didn't
threaten
take
them, I
that.
think
I guess
that
he didn't
counts.
take that, right? That's what I'm
No.
thinking. He didn't take
It lasts
that.
an hour. It doesn't end if it lands.
It is charmed by you until the spell ends or until you or your companions do anything harmful to it.
I think this
Oh.
counts.
Yeah.
This qualifies.
He still doesn't know I charmed him.
Yeah.
When the spell ends this way.
Yep, he knows it.
He explicitly knows you charmed him because the spell is ending.
Oh, well. I thought it was only if he succeeded his save.
Nope.
No, it's actually contingent to the spell. If he succeeds on the save, he doesn't even know you cast, technically.
I did.
It's a weird spell.
Okay, never mind. I see that part. I misunderstood how it worked.
So, he is not doing anything overtly stupid like insulting anybody. He's dangling now not dangling, but he's on the window, kind of petrified to move now that he's particularly unprotected from a fall.
Zarya, please take him away from the window so that he can feel safe.
Yeah. Lives.
As Zarya kind of moves to grab him, he flinches back and begins to lose balance.
Grab him. Grab him.
Go
What kind
ahead.
of check do I need to make to grab him?
Go ahead and give me a strength-based check. You can argue a skill.
Acrobatics.
I believe that's dexterity. I would say anything that's strength based. So
Athletic.
athletics.
There's
yeah,
only
athletics
one
would work.
skill that is strength based.
What I was
I
assuming.
didn't read it.
Traditionally, yes.
But it
You are able to
was-
grab him. He is now in your hand. Are you yanking him in?
Yes.
All right. You kind of lead him in. Are you kind of holding him, or are you just going to throw him to the floor? How are you doing it?
Oh, I'm holding him. I'm not letting him go. He's gonna run off.
He's tied up.
Not his legs.
Is he?
Hmm. You said you hog-tied him.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought he was
that's
like
true.
tied. I thought he
Hogtied.
was tied to a chair. Yeah.
All right,
You
I
get-
miss.
you
I
You
misinterpreted.
guys, well, she hogtied some, and then she bound others together, and then I think that you had untied him once you became buddy. Otherwise,
No,
yeah,
I
he-
didn't. I said I went
he
through
was-
the motions of untying him.
He was bound by his arms only, not his legs.
Yeah.
Well, I
So
just...
she didn't hogtie everybody, only some.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're on a clock right now, so should we just leave him here and tell the guild that we finished the quest?
No, what we do is. This is going to be awkward. Group them all together. If the rest of them are going to be. erstwhile. Compelled against giving information, that means they have to be dealt with by the proper authorities. I
And
don't
they're
have the
probably
means
already on their
of-
way here.
I don't have the means of forcing compulsion or removing compulsions.
I take the one that Zarya is holding and kind of lead him away from the window towards the wall. Like, the Hedgefried. Don't worry, I'll be your friend. I'll protect you.
Oh god.
Nonetheless, I need to go to the first floor and greet the authorities.
With that, is there anything else you guys would like to do?
Nope.
Yami,
I
how about you?
continue chatting with my newly dubbed Hedgefried friend.
Well, no, unless anybody's doing anything dastardly, I'm not gonna stop them. Everybody's just, yeah, I'm just an observer for right now, currently.
You calling him Hedgefried like Gearfried?
Yeah.
Yes, I
Do not
is.
take the family name.
What? He's loyal. He's resourceful. He's a little smelly right now, but he seems to be having elemental power. He's a lot damper now.
Who, the Hedgebreed is the person we have captivated, right?
He was the one that was charmed. He's not charmed anymore, but Saris has treated him like he still is, and just like talking to him.
As she says Hedgebreed, I'm gonna give like a little nudge on my shoulder, like, I mean, makes sense.
What? No, it doesn't. Gearfried's a dwarvish name. Why would you give it to a? All right, it's not. I can't deal with this. I'm gonna go meet the authorities downstairs. Don't besmirch my family like this. I'm going to go downstairs.
While Levin is waiting downstairs, he's going to be making a copy of the note for himself.
Alrighty. Are you doing this secretively, or is this something Gearfree would see you doing as he enters down, or comes down?
Oh, he would see me sketching, no doubt.
Okay. So moving down to the first floor, you wouldn't have to wait long. So you and Gearfree, you only have about 7 minutes before cops come.
Fantastic.
Bells
Oh.
I have super quick. Do the denizens here have any kind of prejudices when it comes to like as a Genasi? Am I gonna get some like hairy eyeballs from some of these cops, or would a human be more palatable?
That, I believe, would have less to do with your heritage than would to do with your occupation.
Okie dokie. Then
And
I will just
since-
wait.
Since it's going to be adventurers from the guild, their subcontracts, and law enforcement, well, we're gonna be harassed, most likely.
All right, I will just undo my helmet then and wait with you.
Also, because you're in Middle Dura, it's more acceptable. If you were doing this in Upper Dura, yeah, you might get harassed a little bit.
Yeah, Fennec would probably be the one getting all the shit right now.
Yeah. But with that, is there anything you'd like to, is there anything that anybody would like to discuss with each other before we time skip the 7 minutes?
During the interim, Levin is going to basically be writing a written report of his observations and any statements made from other individuals.
Alrighty.
Figured it shouldn't take more than a few minutes.
When the guards finally come upstairs to take custody of all the people there, Saris is basically talking to Hedgery. It's like, and everyone was so upset about it, but I tell you, the dismemberment was a practical solution to the problem of the bodies. I still, to this day, do not understand why everyone was so upset that I took apart a few dead bodies that were bad people to start with.
Go ahead and give me an intimidation check. Okay. You notice that he's shaking.
He's already pissed himself, hasn't he?
Yes.
Correct.
And she's casually talking about how dismemberment was the practical solution to the situation.
And when she sees the guards, they're here for you, Hedgefried. I'm sorry. I'll try to visit you in jail.
You notice as the guard walks in, his face lights up, as if, wow, I'm saved.
And I just whisper to her, don't worry, I'll visit you in jail.
You're going to hear a small response as he's being brought to his feet.
I almost got scared by that one.
Everyone in this group is a fucking psycho.
First of all, how she... You know what? I have so many questions, but that's scary. Yeah, Yami's definitely gonna be like... hopefully not.
But
I'm gonna give him a Hedgery a concerned look. Like, the sad eyes, kind of like, I'm sorry.
okay. He's not even paying attention to you.
Yeah, I wouldn't figure that. This is more just for me.
DM, as the guards are coming in through here, Gearfried would like to ask them, as they're kind of taking stock of everything. One of our group members said that they saw a goblin that was dressed relatively nicely. He'll describe them as it was described to him. Does that ring any bells for any big players in the area?
Go ahead and give me a persuasion.
Persuasion? I'll
Yes.
use Flash Genius for other people, I believe. Oh no, me or another creature. Cool. I'll use my last Flash of Genius to add 3 to this.
Alrighty.
Persuasion. 13.
Unfortunately, it is none of your concern, seeing as you are not an official guard.
Alright, well, it's fair. Even if it's not any of our concern, assuming that there was someone that was like that and of a rather high threat level, should we be worried about our own safety from such an individual? If we were to anger them?
Levin's gonna roll his eyes.
Well, I would say if you were afraid of messing with the wrong individual. You shouldn't have messed with that individual.
Great.
Can,
Guys, we pissed off a mob boss.
Yeah.
Can I roll an insight on him as he asks that question, just to gauge his reaction before he answered?
You talking about inciting the guard?
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead and give me an insight check.
He.
All right.
I mean,
You notice that there is a flash of immediate understanding, and then it is a stoic expression, or a stoic expression resumes.
notes it internally. Doesn't say anything.
Who owns this place anyway?
No one. As far as I know.
We were hired by a party with a request under the Clifftop Adventurers Guild, and Levin's going to present the work order for it.
All right, and you're going to notice that he marks off on the order that, no deaths, no murder, death kills, and kind of would sign off that the mission itself was completed, and it was clear.
Right, and here's a copy of the statements of my report.
He's going to immediately take it and start cruising through it. Thank you very much. I appreciate the detailed work put into this.
If there's any further questions, you can find me, and he's going to point on the piece of paper. I will be at that address.
Thank you very much. And he's going to take the paper, and he's going to look around to see if there's anything else anybody wants to say before he starts, or rather finishes carting off all of the still living individuals.
No, Sarah's is just giving them all a nasty look because they're cops.
Oh, you're not going. Smells like bacon.
For the one that's still conscious, I did interrogate them a little aggressively. No wounds on them, but I did cause them a significant amount of distress, so I understand that will come with either penalties or fines.
Thankfully, we know how to contact you.
Oh, wait, that's right. One more thing. Gearfried's going to walk up to one of the guards, or whoever looks to be in charge, and I assume Levin pointed at or wrote down about the Emerald Claw. Or
Yeah,
keeping it a secret?
11 would not have seen fit to keep anything about this a secret.
Right. Gearfried will walk up and he'll point to that Emerald Claw thing, and he'll say, we've encountered these individuals numerous times all across the country. You might want to have someone look into this because they might be in various corners causing mischief.
With a genuine yet stoic expression, he nods. We will start investigating it. I appreciate you bringing this to our attention. And with that, he is going to turn and finish carting them off.
Once he leaves, Zarya will speak up. You know who we were talking about. You could see it on his face. He recognized the description.
And I'm
Well-
sure in more private settings, we might be able to get some information. But now's not the time.
What it is the time for is to collect on the reward for this little mission that we did.
Money, money, money.
So back to the guild.
As the players start to make their way to the guild, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break so that we can refresh our beverages and continue on talking. We'll be right back.
While our players take a brief break, check out playersoftherealms.com. And if you need dice and other things like that, check out dicelegion.com and use product code POTR to get 10% off of your purchase while simultaneously supporting us here at Players of the Realms. Also, be sure to check us out on YouTube and Spotify. If you would like to support us, check us out on Patreon as well. All the links are able to be found on playersoftherealms.com. While you're there, check out our wonderful merchandise. We are in the process of adding more, so keep an eye out. Patreon subscribers receive a discount on all purchase, so while on the store it's more incentive to help support our wonderful cast. While our players take a brief break, check out playersoftherealms.com, and if you need dice and other things like that, check out dicelegion.com and use product code POTR to get 10% off of your purchase while simultaneously supporting us here at Players of the Realms. Also, be sure to check us out on YouTube and Spotify. If you would like to support us, check us out on Patreon as well. All the links are able to be found on playersoftherealms.com. While you're there, check out our wonderful merchandise. We are in the process of adding more, so keep an eye out. Patreon subscribers receive a discount on all purchase, so while on the store it's more incentive to help support our wonderful cast. While our players take a brief break, check out playersoftherealms.com, and if you need dice and other things like that, check out dicelegion.com and use product code POTR to get 10% off of your purchase while simultaneously supporting us here at Players of the Realms. Also, be sure to check us out on YouTube and Spotify. If you would like to support us, check us out on Patreon as well. All the links are able to be found on playersoftherealms.com. While you're there, check out our wonderful merchandise. We are in the process of adding more, so keep an eye out. Patreon subscribers receive a discount on all purchase, so while on the store it's more incentive to help support our wonderful cast. While our players take a brief break, check out playersoftherealms.com, and if you need dice and other things like that, check out dicelegion.com and use product code POTR to get 10% off of your purchase while simultaneously supporting us here at Players of the Realms. Also, be sure to check us out on YouTube and Spotify. If you would like to support us, check us out on Patreon as well. All the links are able to be found on playersoftherealms.com. While you're there, check out our wonderful merchandise. We are in the process of adding more, so keep an eye out. Patreon subscribers receive a discount on all purchase, so while on the store it's more incentive to help support our wonderful cast. While our players take a brief break, check out playersoftherealms.com, and if you need dice and other things like that, check out dicelegion.com and use product code POTR to get 10% off of your purchase while simultaneously supporting us here at Players of the Realms. Also, be sure to check us out on YouTube and Spotify. If you would like to support us, check us out on Patreon as well. All the links are able to be found on playersoftherealms.com. While you're there, check out our wonderful merchandise. We are in the process of adding more, so keep an eye out. Patreon subscribers receive a discount on all purchase, so while on the store it's more incentive to help support our wonderful cast. While our players take a brief break, check out playersoftherealms.com, and if you need dice and other things like that, check out dicelegion.com and use product code POTR to get 10% off of your purchase while simultaneously supporting us here at Players of the Realms. Also, be sure to check us out on YouTube and Spotify. If you would like to support us, check us out on Patreon as well. All the links are able to be found on playersoftherealms.com. While you're there, check out our wonderful merchandise. We are in the process of adding more, so keep an eye out. Patreon subscribers receive a discount on all purchase, so while on the store it's more incentive to help support our wonderful cast. While our players take a brief break, check out playersoftherealms.com, and if you need dice and other things like that, check out dicelegion.com and use product code POTR to get 10% off of your purchase while
We are back. We are just having a very interesting conversation about the type of hats each member of the party would wear. More discussions on that. You might want to tune in for a future event that we're going to call the Tavern Tales, and I'm sure Yami will bring it up there. Because, after all, they are the Dapper Bandits. Everyone has to look dapper.
Listen, you know what? Thank you for actually iterating the ant, because you know what? We don't need a hat, but you gotta look dapper.
Right standards.
I don't know why I was just so adamant on me personally. I was adamant on my hands.
But
And if I'm one, Levin, do you look dapper? What are you wearing again? I feel like Levin would be a dapper guy. Just naturally, genuinely.
I've described it before. He's wearing royal blue, loose-fitting, long, heavy robes and head wrap.
Captain Norrington?
No, the head wrapping is a little more towards, like, akin to what desert dwellers would wear.
Turban hat.
Oh, okay, a turban. There you go. All right. So not like a bandana, like a turban. Okay.
No, I specify it as a head wrap.
Turban-esque, I would probably looser than an actual turban.
Okay, so not a specifically a turban, but like a handcrafted head wrap, in a sense.
I mean, it might be handcrafted. Levin wouldn't know. He just bought the thing.
Wow, we're already back at the guild.
Well, listen,
So-
we got Cyrus in a fancy dress, so that's one. That's close. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
over the course of a couple of hours, it would take you to travel to Upper Dura. You would be able to make your way back to the Adventurers Guild, where you had taken on the mission. As you approach in, you do see a shorter line than you had seen previously. And you walk up to the counter, and it's the same individual as last time. Oh, well, you're back. Welcome back.
Greetings. Here to turn in the report.
Sure. Be right back. And she's gonna go and get the individual who hired you originally, and he will come out and lead guild members back. So now, Yami, real quick, I assume that when everybody else became a guild member, you would have also filled out the bureaucratic paperwork, correct?
Yeah, I mean, unless it didn't go anything against my code and, to the rules, yeah. And by rules, I mean, not going anything. Obviously, it's the guild, so I'm pretty sure it's like copacetic, so.
Okay. So with that, you are led to the same room as last time. And as you're looking... So, you have the report.
Here's your copy of the report.
And
That's Waters.
He's going to start looking over, and as said, you were pretty open about all details.
Mm-hmm.
That's very interesting. Dusk in
Well,
Durham.
While I did not specifically see the individual, it is a well-dressed goblin who was in charge of the persons that were in the dwelling.
When you said well-dressed goblin, I'm gonna assume, would Fennec be anywhere around us? Because we do have a well-dressed goblin as well. I'll leave that to the DM discretion, of course.
So wait, you're telling him you have a well-dressed goblin?
No, he said that he did say, he was just informing him that there was a well-dressed goblin, but I was gonna see if Fennec was around because I'm gonna kind of give him the side of we do have a well-dressed goblin. Because Fennec, I think, is one of the best of Dan so far.
Yeah. Alright, so with that, he's going
I've been
to...
away for a few months, and I don't recognize who this individual could be.
The authorities recognize the description.
Well, I don't know a name, but he's a new guy, and he's been making some interesting waves from the dusk. Alright, now for your fee. He's going to take out a bag of gold, and he's also going to take out a rolled up piece of parchment and put both on the table.
The gold I understand. What's parchment?
Well, this was recommended to give as an addition to the reward. And as he does the scroll, you would see that it is actually a deed for the place where you just cleared out. I was instructed that if the people who were able to wrap this up didn't want it, I can add an additional 2,000 instead.
I would have to talk with the rest of the group. There are ramifications for accepting such a thing.
Well, as far as I know, and I believe all guild members are in the room, yes?
Sorry, repeat that. I didn't catch the last bit.
All guild members are in the room?
Oh, Levin definitely, obviously. Yami, you've been butting in as well. Zarya's present. The only one that I haven't heard from was Gearfried.
Sorry, what was the question?
Would you be in the room
Are you
with them?
present in the room when we're making the report to the quest giver?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so yeah, all 4 of us who registered are present.
So where he is concerned, everybody is in the room. So he's just gonna wait for you to kind of like discuss. So he's like going in about doing his paperwork. Oh, you can talk about it now. I need
Thank
to
you.
know what your decision is. It's part of the.
That won't be a problem. A few minutes, if you would.
Of course.
All right. That said, what do the rest of you think? Because I think this is trouble, and I already have a place.
I agree. I don't think spending too much time here would be all that wise, really. Also, are we ever really gonna come back?
My only vote for taking the deed is taking it to see if we can get more than 2,000 gold for the place. Other than that,
And we
take
would
the
be
money.
weighing that as taking time away from doing what we want in order to be able to service that, to be able to sell this property.
I agree. It might be more wise to take the lump sum of money right now, head back to...
In addition, if we take it, there are interested parties that would have motivations to harass us.
people might come back.
If we took this, it would simply be to file insurance on it and wait for the fire.
Do they do taxes here?
No, definitely. Sorry.
Yes, for proper work.
Take the gold.
Alright. I'm certain the rest of the group will be satisfied with that. Alright, and Levin's gonna turn around. Our decision is... Our decision is to take the lump sum payment instead of the property.
Of course. So with that, I believe there are 4 of you currently in the room. So that would be 600 gold pieces. So you're going to get a total of 2,600 gold pieces. Divide however amongst you feel.
2,600 gold for all of us? Total?
No, it's 150 gold pieces.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, the
Lump
lump sum
sum.
is 2,600, so 2,600 divided by 6.
Well,
Lump sum just
ultimately,
split.
150 per person, and then the 2,000. However you want to divide it, it would total up if you lumped it all together, 2,600 gold pieces.
Someone do the math and just text me with the what I get, please. I don't have a head for math.
So I'm adding the 150. So just add 150 naturally, and then 2,000 split.
6
1, 2,
ways.
3, 4. Yeah,
It would be
so
433 gold, 33 silver for every person, and then after that, it's pretty much just like freaking. Oh, sorry. 433 gold, 3 silver, 3 copper, and then an extra copper for whoever if we're doing an even split.
Okay, add. And that's in addition to the 150, or is that?
That's splitting the 2,600 amongst 6.
Okay, yeah. All right, cool. So I've got 653 gold, 6 silver, and 3 copper. Cool. All right, and how much is a train ticket to get back home? Wait,
You
we
said,
got-
I'm sorry, real quick. You said 136 gold and how many silver?
433,
Gold?
3. Correct.
Yeah.
Oh,
Someone type
shit.
that.
What?
And then
Yeah, I can.
3 silver and 3 copper. Because they're exchanged at a 10-to-1 rate.
Wow. Look at us making money.
Yep. that
All
is the
right.
Point.
I did have an idea. DM, my homunculus servant is a creature. theoretically, it can use magic items, can't it?
If the magic item itself doesn't require, like,
Attunement.
well, attunement's less the issue here, and it's more of ability to use. Like, you
Yeah.
can't expect your creature to use a keyboard.
Yeah, exactly. No, but if I were to,
It can't attune to specific items like the Wand of Staff of the Magi, because that requires like a arcane spellcaster.
right? But I could give it. I don't know. I'm trying to think of potentially like giving him some kind of utility shield or something. I don't know. Like framing it
To
as like
answer
me
your,
just modifying him.
To answer your earlier question, it's from Sharn to Rote, Lightning Rail is 229.
Okay, well, I could save that much at least, or we can try to get on for free like we did last time. But I do have the and I pull out the little satchel that was given to me. I do have Ramos's requested limb, so we're good to go if we do just want to head back to. Was it Rote that we were at originally?
Yep,
Previously.
Yep.
Previously. Yeah. So if we want to head back to Rote, we can. I've already got Ramos's requested item.
We have
Oh right, there was
other
that one thing
requests
that
on
said.
the table, yeah.
Yep, that's right. Sorry, forgot. Saris, your objective.
Have we gone outside to talk to her yet?
Oh shit, she's not.
Levin would have gone outside with pouch in hand for Ceres.
Ah. She would have happily accepted the money, handed 100 gold to Melee. For exemplary work as my bodyguard.
Melee's gonna have that expression of awesome, but I didn't do anything again, but okay.
You're doing what I paid you to do. What more
Wait.
could I ask for?
She's your bodyguard?
Melee,
Yes, we've
you're
gone
an
over this.
You're an extra set of eyes, and you're quite possibly a rational opinion amongst all this chaos.
She
Sounds like
She
we need to do
doesn't-
more training.
She doesn't say it, but Zarya has the look of she's a fucking terrible bodyguard. What the fuck on her face?
Oh, you'll learn to know that.
Oh,
But
she is absolutely a terrible bodyguard.
I don't
She
even think she's
knows
a
it.
bodyguard. I've been
But
trying to
she's-
train
she's
her.
a-
She is-
I only had
she's-
one session.
She is performing as requested.
She's a perfect bodyguard for Ceres because Ceres doesn't need a bodyguard.
Ceres pays
Why-
her job title is bodyguard. Her job duties entail, when fighting starts, find a place to hide.
Why the fuck
I was
do you
gonna say, I
pay-
mean,
Why do you
Yami
have
has
this-
been trying to train her, but I think I only
One
got
at
to
a
train her
time.
once.
You all don't make any fucking sense to me.
Oh, welcome to the party.
I swear you could get a halfway decent bodyguard for that pay.
And
There,
I'm gonna look
look.
at, go ahead.
Ceres slowly turns towards Zarya with a smile. Would you be my bodyguard?
Fuck no, you can't afford me.
I don't know, I just got paid really well.
And just for general
You
knowledge, do we
can't
all know?
Afford me.
Saris, if you keep this up, I'm gonna have to develop the Dapper Dan's HR department.
Alright, so before I respond, general knowledge, do we all know about Zarya's contract for Melee, or is that a personal
Yes.
thing?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
everybody was told. I
Yeah,
know
it's-
that.
We were told at the tavern in Rote.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure before I comment on it. So I'm gonna be like, well, I'm gonna like, and this is the person you were trying to kill, and I'm gonna look at Melee, not kind of like
Not
pathetically,
kill.
but sympathetically.
I wasn't going to. Not every bounty I kill. Sometimes I kill. Most of the time I bring in alive. Unless they're an asshole, and then I usually kill them.
And yeah, I'm giving her like this, the side nod, like, all right, fair enough. Well, maybe when I'm done with her training, it'd be more difficult than that. I'm gonna give a little wink to Melee as like
All
kind
right.
of like a bolster.
Now that we've moved that out of the way, sirs,
Yes.
could you remind me what your work was entailing?
We just need to break into an apartment, replace an item or two. I have them here. Basically swap them out for similar looking items, and then be on our merry way.
So break in, you mean like physically?
Is there any other
That-
way?
Unless you have a way of remotely swapping the items, yes.
Ah, easy. I can do that.
we possibly have this conversation away from other ears, though?
Certainly. I don't know why you keep bringing things up on the street.
You're the one that wasn't circumspect.
I'm trying not to be rude. Apparently everyone thinks I'm rude. I'm trying to learn manners.
You were requested to deliver an item and to retrieve an item.
Technically I was requested to swap items, but yes.
The order of operations is less the point here. But I'm not going to be catty. Let's have this conversation in somewhere private.
So with that,
Levin's going to look around and see if there's a suitable area that they could have this. If there's not one nearby, he's going to regret this. He's going to suggest all of you go back to his apartment.
all right.
I live in his apartment here.
So
Yeah,
Give
yeah,
him
the last
inside,
session you took. Yeah, last session he went to go take care of it and pay his bills. I forgot about that. But not the
Yep.
last session, but one of the sessions, a couple ago.
I've never been inside a cop's apartment before. This will be interesting.
looks like we're going to your apartment level.
Seems like. Also,
Yeah.
cop.
Of course you're not.
What a cop would say, of course.
I'm not. I'm about to say I'm not judging. Even Yami being Yami is not judging, but it's kind of coppish.
Right. That said, I don't have terribly much furniture, so you're all going to have to sort yourselves out.
So with that, you would take the needed time to be led to the apartment by 11. Once in there, you are able to find whatever areas you need to sit, and you can begin discussing as you need.
Which, by the way, there are a couple of chairs. There is a love seat, not so much a couch, because this is an abbreviated apartment, but past that, once you take that up, it's 4 seats, and somebody's gonna have to sit on a sack of books.
Sorry, I'll just stand.
Right. Etiquette would dictate that I prepare beverages for the lot of you, so
That's alright. I'm not thirsty, but thank you.
I'll
As long
simply
as it's
say coffee, tea, alcohol.
Alcohol.
whatever is the strongest thing you have, I'll take at this point.
It wouldn't be terribly strong. It would be a glass of wine.
Ugh,
Put
no.
the wine into my coffee.
Ugh.
That sounds absolutely disgusting. I'll just have some
I'm
water.
not here
Have
for
to clear your
flavor.
head.
I'm here for strength.
Levin's gonna prepare beverages while the rest of you have a conversation.
DM, quick question: how much is as an aside, how much does full plate armor cost, on average?
Ooh, give me a second.
Plate armor is in the player's handbook under equipment.
It should
1,500
be.
gold pieces.
Yeah,
It's not.
I was
not
gonna.
cheap.
Armor, 1 second. Let me find where the armor is. There we go. Alright, plate armor.
Full plate is 1,500.
Yep.
Yeah, I was. I trust me. I checked a bunch of times. It's not cheap. Doesn't mean you can't haggle.
No, I don't know. I'm just curious. I'm also considering I'm working up to what I might want to do with kits, and selling my current armor for better armor might be a good idea for the future. Story for another day. All right, Saris, what is it that you needed us to steal exactly?
Wait, you didn't say stealing. That wasn't specified. You said swapping an item. What's going on?
It's Saris. I assume we're performing some sort of act of chicanery.
We're doing a public service, educational outreach. We're going to the University of Shan. We sort of help ourselves into one of the professor's offices, and then we just kind of, replace some erroneous notes with the correct ones.
Oh, I know exactly how we'll get in.
A museum heist.
Yeah, I'm giving her a cockeyed. I'm like, yeah, that's something that sounds like that you have to do by yourself. I can't help you with that.
I mean, I'm good at being sneaky, but
Oh, good at being sneaky.
I actually think I think we might be able to get in without much of an issue at all, actually.
Oh?
I mean,
Levin, hurry up with those drinks.
Already bringing them out.
I
My
pull
love-
out,
To me out.
I pull out a University of Sharn mug.
proto drinks. No,
And it's funny that Levin has more cups than chairs for people to sit in.
hey, collect mugs. No, I've learned that there is a very useful tool, better than any key, that will get you anywhere you need to go.
Social manipulation.
Partially, yes. If you'll excuse me, I need to go buy a clipboard, and Gearfried is going to run to the nearest general store to buy a clipboard and a ladder.
Gearfried.
Yeah.
Turn around. The wall behind you has an empty one.
Oh! Great, and I already have a ladder in my cloak.
Look
I
at
can speak-
Levin. You support this?
I would like an explanation, but
I mean, you know what? I'm sorry, I forgot to explain everything. We get paid 1,500 gold pieces.
Per scroll.
yeah, I
is
don't
this
care. I'm good.
And it's
Is
3
this
scrolls, right?
person, my only
3
question
scrolls,
is,
yeah.
Is this person that we're doing this to an asshole? I'm asking the group. Well, Ceres.
So wait.
specifically.
It's 1,500 gold pieces per scroll that we replace. And I have
I-
3 of them. So that would be 4,500 gold pieces.
I don't care about the gold. The fucker
I
we're doing
do.
this
I'm good.
is he an asshole or who is he? What are we doing? Like, is this?
I'm sorry, I don't understand your question. My explanation seemed to cover everything.
Yami. Throughout our travels together, when have you encountered an individual who at some point was not abrasive?
I'm not gonna hurt an innocent person, but if he deserves it, whatever. I'll help.
I'm not going to beat anyone up. I'm just going in.
This
And like
is
I said-
Sean. There's no such thing.
Yes, and like I
Ah,
said, this
human
doesn't require
being,
violence or really talking to the person. We
True.
just need to go in,
But
and
I'm
you
no
can-
criminal. As I give a fucking stern eye to Ceres.
No, you're an upstanding citizen.
That kills monsters.
Yes.
As long as it's not against
Monsters.
the law, whatever. What do you need me to do? I'm gonna shrug my shoulders.
I mean, you will probably make a great lookout.
Well,
Fair enough.
here's actually the thing I was getting at, and Gearfried has the clipboard now. I learned back when I was, back when I was still just a lowly apprentice, doing minor tasks like repairing pipes was often something that, we'd have to do. It's very easy to get into a place when someone thinks that it's about to be filled with shit. I suggest we go in posing as repairmen.
Oh, I do need to do a little legwork. I do need to find the specific office and its location.
Makes sense. Once you do, I can go in with at least one of you as a backup, walk in, at least distract the front individual, so that way we can get someone else, probably Saris, to sneak by. Lie
Yeah,
about
I'm
having
gonna-
to fix some pipes, and then get in, get out. We're done.
Real quick to reiterate that, you said, Sarah, you said you had to still find out some information?
I mean, I know who I'm looking for. Well, I know whose office I'm looking for. I don't know specifically where the office is quite yet, other than it's on the campus of the University of Shan. So I do need to find the location to that, and possibly it'd probably be good for us to know ways in, and what would be in our way.
Well, I'm good at tracking, but then I'm gonna kind of like look back and forth to Ceres and Levin. Like, well, out of everybody, you should know. I'm gonna kind of like eye Ceres up and down, like you should know the speedier part, and I'm gonna eye up and Levin up and down, like you should know the general part. So I'm pretty sure that shouldn't be too hard for the likes of you guys.
You do realize that the university is a matter of public record. You could get blueprints.
My point exactly.
All right,
As I
I'll do
look
the
at
boring
Levin.
bit.
You know what, Levin? I'll come with you because I can go for boring. Had a little enough
Sure.
action. I'm positive. I had more than enough action today. And I'm gonna look at Ceres again, like, and I don't even want to know where she's gonna go to look for her information.
A registry. I'm going to go to a registry.
Willingly or forcibly?
Well,
Not
Why
for
did
you,
leave that
for
to
them.
her?
I'm disappointed that you think everything requires violence.
Then I'm gonna side eye Gearfrey and give him like that kind of like, and I'm like, all right.
All right. Speaking of, I would argue we probably spent enough time just at this dwelling, doing it back and forth. Would we have been able to take an opportunity for a short rest?
Absolutely.
Another
Neat.
question: what time of day would have it been? Because if it was late, would unless Levin obviously doesn't want to, would we be able to like spend
Yeah.
the night here?
At this point, it would be
Oh, you are
nearing
not
night.
spending the night here.
Yeah, at this point, it would be nearing
All right,
nighttime
there we go.
because
That's the answer.
ultimately, you guys got this all done in a day.
Okay.
So what happens
Levin
when
has one bed and concerns about his well-being. You are not staying here.
makes sense? You don't want people watching over you while you sleep. I get it. But
Why are you rolling?
Short rest.
Yeah,
is there
it's
there
nice.
anything you guys would like to do for the night?
Yeah, I
Because
was
it would
sitting at
be-
18 out of 45 HP, so
Yeah, I was gonna say unless again if Levin's not letting us stay here, and if depending on the time of the day, I probably would head back to the tavern and take a rest. Unless we're doing like depending on again the time of the day, short rest.
No, it'll have to be a tomorrow thing.
Okay, so then yeah,
So-
if Levin's not letting us stay here, I'm going back to my room in the tap.
If that's the case, then you would be able to just mark off a long rest.
Thank you.
Gearfried would go to a tavern in Middle Dura. Not necessarily the same one Yami's going to, but I am curious, would Gearfried have seen any other Genasi of any kind?
Oh hell yeah.
Not
Should've.
Middle Dura.
No.
Not in Middle Dura?
Nope.
Okay,
Mm.
just curious.
With that, anybody
oh.
who is seeking an inn, you are going to be spending 2 gold pieces.
Sorry,
Okay.
mm,
can I buy you several strong drinks?
all right.
I love. That was like the first time I think Zarya has not said no to you.
She won't say no to booze.
No, that's fine. But I think this is the first time because every time you're like, nah, no, don't do this.
Yeah.
So you're like, you know what? A drink, fine.
She's complicated.
While
She's complicated.
While Sarius is so focused on Zarya, Gearfried is going to sidle up to Melee and start to just strike up conversation, being like, "So, how do you feel about your boss taking such an interest in the new member of the party?"
It's okay. She's gonna look at you with a confused expression, like, why is that even a question?
No, it's just from my experience, whenever someone gets a new toy, or not necessarily toy, but finds a new interest, the prior interest tends to get a little jealous. I just wanted to make sure there was nothing like that going on.
Boy,
You are now going to start seeing a worried expression crossing Melee's face.
Can I roll a
I'm glad
perception
you
to
tried
refer
to
that?
save
Because
yourself. No, he tried to save himself, but it was a fail.
Well, Gearfried, how secretive are you being of this conversation?
He's
They're in a tavern. How
yeah,
far away is she?
Yeah.
we're in a tavern, depending on how far we are. I'm just like having kind of casual conversation. Just trying to facilitate some chaos here.
That's okay. It
Gearfried's
works.
looking for 3 people to murder him.
It succeeded.
3? Who's the third?
Melee,
So-
Saris, Zarya.
Oh,
No, Melee is being that now self-conscious individual that's kind of becoming the wallflower again. So she's starting to regress from the
Okay, 2
comment.
working on 3.
Okay, there we go. I was about to say, alright, so that sounds accurate. She's probably thinking about it, but she ain't doing it.
This place also we can rent rooms here, right?
Yep.
I will pay for 2 rooms, and I will hand 1 key to Zarya. You'll probably need this after I drink you under the table.
oh, let's.
That was a good one.
She looks like she's gonna say something and cuts herself off and says, "You're not going to."
Are you sure?
Very.
I cheat.
How can you cheat at a drinking competition? You drink or you don't. So that's.
A testament to her skill.
I was about to, she could just throw it into the fucking pot behind her or something.
Well, and I'll say, all right. Shall we start off with the strongest thing on tap?
All right.
I will go to the bar as I'm walking up. I'll cast Enhance Ability on myself to give myself Bear's Constitution.
Cheating.
Yeah, she said.
Well,
I'm
she
surprised
did
you're not
say
slipping
that.
the bartender a little bit to, like, make yours watered down or with water. You know, just water sometimes.
I
We're getting
really
there.
thought it was gonna be something like that, but she also did state that she does cheat. So I mean, fair is fair in love and war, or drinks and war, I should say.
I stated outright that I cheat.
She did literally.
And then I will come back. How much are the drinks? DM.
Yep. I'm gonna say that you're asking for the high quality stuff. That's
Yep.
that's
Well,
gonna
I
be,
started with I asked for 2 pints of the strongest thing on tap, but I think my order of operation is going to be 2 more pints after this, and then we'll move on to shots.
Gotcha. So this is just gonna be 2 silver pieces.
Okay. I will come back with 2 like very dark ales, and I'm like, here you go. Bottoms up, Zarya.
Hmm.
Well,
Right.
it occurs to me I might not be able to carry you to your room when you pass out. Is it okay if Melee and I drag you up the stairs?
Gives you a look of like, that's not gonna be a problem.
I mean, it might be a problem for me. You're significantly taller.
Down
And then-
for drinking one.
There's,
Large.
she starts to. Sarah tries to drink hers as much as she can. She's a slower drinker, less practiced at it, but she drinks as quickly as she can. Shall I get another? I'll come back with 2 more pints.
All right. After about the third, I'm gonna ask for Constitution saving throw.
Well,
you mentioned this before. Can I get advantage on Constitution things when drinking is involved? Because drunkard.
I'm gonna say no.
Oh,
I like
come
the
on.
effort. I like the
dwarf.
effort. Yeah.
As someone,
I only
as
have a
someone,
plus
as
one.
someone with
It doesn't match it.
as someone with experience in this particular field, you're not actually better. You just think you're better.
Damn.
and then after the second set of pints, I was like, how about we move on to something a little more robust? Shots?
All right.
And I will buy 2 bottles of vodka.
Okay. That is going to be 6 silver pieces.
I will actually look at the bartender like, what's up on the top shelf? Is there a nicer, stronger bottle of vodka up there?
Not necessarily vodka, but I've got strong whiskey.
Oh,
And some moonshine.
Yes. I'll take the whiskey.
Moonshine.
That's going to be a gold piece per bottle.
All right. I will give him 3 gold pieces.
You get 3 bottles.
One gold piece is a tip.
Oh, okay. You get 2 bottles. And he gets a gold piece tip.
And it's like, I might be back for more. She's a lightweight. And I point over to the tall Goliath
8
sitting
foot
at
tall.
the table. Yeah. And I am the just under 5 foot tall elf.
I love it.
Yep.
All right.
I go back.
Wait. For meta knowledge, just for me, whiskey and vodka is actually a thing in here, or is
Why
that
not?
like flavor?
It's generally assumed that you could purchase like alcoholic beverages and meals. It's usually lumped into the cost of your maintenance for your background.
Okay. Alright, that's more flavor then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay, alright. I just want to make sure, 'cause I'm like, wait a minute, huh?
Also, I'm
Alright,
buying
go
whole bottles of it.
Listen,
no, you're good. Go ahead.
alcohol is universal. Whiskey is whiskey, no
I'll
matter
tell
where
your
you go.
recommendations, but same difference. Go ahead. I'm sorry. That was just me being. Go ahead.
I will hand over the. I will pour 2 shots of whiskey. It's like, just for you, I got the good stuff.
Alright, so we're going to just jump this ahead a little bit. Go ahead and roll me 3 Constitution saving throws.
I will roll with
That's-
advantage.
That's going to go with the number of drinks you're having. So 4, 8, and 12.
Okay.
DC is going to start off at 10, and it's going to grow in difficulty by 1 each.
Oh God.
Mm.
Do I have an inspiration thing?
You got an inspiration. You can use it.
I'm going to because that's just stuck.
She said, "Yeah, you're not spiking my drink."
Oh God.
You
It's
just
still
met
bad, but it's better.
Spiking the drink with another drink.
Exactly.
Whew, there we
There
go.
you go. Next round. This is going to be the 8th drink.
Oh, I might use another inspiration.
Hold off on that. Let's see what we got here.
How many do we have?
That looked like a 12, so you would have passed the second. You would have passed the third. Alright, Zaria, would you like to use another inspiration?
Yes, because this bullshit she isn't okay with.
Go ahead and re-roll it. There you go. So after 8 drinks, you are all you're still up.
Care for another? Cheshire Cat smile.
uncomfortable.
Basically, I am trying to drink her under the table. So my goal is to keep drinking until she fails.
Okay, so then
I'm not gonna let it.
if you're amicable, go ahead and give me another Constitution saving throw. The DC for this one would be, I think, at this point, 14.
Come on, come on. No, it was a 14.
I think you
I don't
should
want
have-
to keep burning inspirations, but I don't want to lose.
You have one last one.
Fuck it.
Mm.
Oh,
You are officially
Womp womp.
unconscious.
no, I'm just drunk.
Earned it
No.
It is on this note we're going to wrap it up here for the night. Now, we won't be back next week because we are going to start taking a week off at the end of each month. This way we have a chance to recoup and avoid that nasty bit of burnout. But till then, check us out on YouTube. We have a TikTok account now. Check us out there.
Mhm.
Join the Facebook group. You get to engage with some of the cast members who are already in the Facebook group. It's awesome. Let's start building the community. Till then, have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. Say goodbye to everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Later, later.
Good night, everyone.